everybody, it's Sarel Krüger from Avery Dennison. I'm a technical marketing manager and I'm here today to tell you a bit more about window graphics and installing window graphics. So why do we do window graphics? Well, why do we do graphics? Personalization, advertising, it's designing, it's creative. So why don't we just do it on glass as well? Hey, what's stopping us? We can do it on so many different surfaces. So let's focus on glass and let's look quickly at a couple of tools that we'll be using today in the demonstration as well. So we all know squeegees and our normal application tools, and yes, you don't need to change tools. There's no special tools that you need for window graphics. So what we do need though is preparation tools. We'll have a scraper with a good stainless steel blade. We'll have a cleaning squeegee. We'll definitely have some nice spray bottles for our cleaning and also installation later on with different cleaning solutions or slip solutions. We'll have some rags because we need to clean, and remember, if you think it's clean, clean it again because there might just be something that we missed. First aid kit. I haven't worked with a blade in a long time, so let's stick to those. We've got a degreaser if we have some old graphics that we're removing and there's adhesive that's staying behind, some adhesive remover, and I have a second application, a gel that I'll be using as well in conjunction with my slip solution, just to show you the different options that we have. A knife to cut our graphics after installation, and remember 45-degree blades when we're working on glass, preferably stainless steel, because we're working with water and normal steel will start rusting if we leave it in our toolbox. We're also going to have a little click box or a safety box, whatever you want to call it. Just when we click our blade, we can have it in the little box, away from the floor, out of our reach, where we're going to end up with this in our hands or someone might step on it. We also then have some replacement blades if we run out of the blade that we're currently using. Always cut with a sharp blade. Remember that, guys. Okay, you fabulous installers, just something I have to mention. The wet application technique we're going to show you today cannot be used on the following products, and this is very important. Textured adhesives. All these bubble-free or easy applied adhesives, watch out for those in a wet application. The water's going to get trapped. And also, do not use a wet application when you're using perforated window film or your contribution products. The holes will trap the water, and also your adhesives are weaker already, so you do not want to weaken it even more. I hope that helps. Now let's move on to the next phase. Okay, so we've done the pre-clean. We've also done the scrape to ensure all the debris is removed. Now we have to degrease. So remember, degreasers are harsh chemicals. Protect yourself, wear some protective gloves, and use a clean cloth. So I've got my cloth and I'm just spraying that with my degreaser. Any degreaser will work for this step, and we're just going to wipe a flat surface. You'll notice I've got a second rag over my shoulder. The reason for that is this rag will primarily be used for the edges and the frame. Very important to clean the frame as well. Your vinyl might touch the frame and there's a lot of dirt in that. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's say for instance we've got a small decal that we're going to put on a window. We measure out the positioning of the graphic. How would we know once we start the technique if we're going to go back to the same position? Using tape tabs and then cutting them from the graphic, but leaving them on the graphic will allow us to easily align the graphic back to its original position. Great, hope it helps. Okay, remember, our slip solution is not going to be the same as our cleaning solution. Here I've got my water pre-mixed with some baby shampoo, and the mixture ratio is 1 milliliter of soap to 1 liter of water. Please remember that, guys. It's not cleaning the window, this is to apply vinyl. Thank you. Okay, so we showed you the positioning, so we're going to just show it again. However, now I'm going to use a different slip solution or application gel from Avery Dennison. So I'm just going to show you that this you can use without mixing, just spray it on, and it works brilliantly. It also doesn't affect your adhesive of your product that much. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. So we've got two to show us the position. Now we've used the application gel, sprayed it onto the surface. We're going to turn our graphics face down onto the glass. So just so that we've got that extra helping hand to ensure that when we remove the backing paper, it's assisting us. Get our graphics nice and flat on the glass, because we just want to make sure we're going to cover all the adhesive with the application gel. Turn our graphics around, and you can see how the vinyl is almost applying itself to the glass. All we need to do is make sure it's back in position. There we go. That's looking good. Graphics almost installed. Getting our squeegee, and just in the center I'm putting down a nice applied line so that I can make sure that my graphics is staying in place. My tape tabs are still in line, and now I just squeegee all the liquid out, working towards the edges. I'm just going to focus on one side. Nice pressure just to ensure all that gel is coming out to the side. You can see I'm pushing the graphic into this area where the windowsill is. There's a lot of questions being asked when it comes to trimming my edges. So the edges of the product should not be touching my window frame. Sometimes my window frame is made of rubber or silicone rubber, and there could also be putty, window putty, that they use for these windows. But remember, glass expands and contracts. So I don't want my vinyl touching the edge of my window frame. So we need to trim it slightly away from the window frame. There's a couple of methods that we can use to do that. You can use a ruler and your knife to cut it. It could be pre-cut panels maybe that you're going to be using. Quite difficult to install because of your positioning. However, you could also use some application tools to do your trimming. So what I'm going to be showing you is just using my squeegee and the edge of my squeegee and my knife pushed up against my squeegee while I'm cutting. So I'm just positioning it, and I can either use the felt side or I could use the plastic side to get a different distance away from my graphic, pushing my blade against the squeegee. And I'm going to stop it right there because I want to show you the difference between two edges. And again, I'm using my stainless steel blade. You can see the distance I've got there. I'm just going to tear it off, and you can see the distance I've got there. So two different sides of my squeegee and two different distances away from the edge. I really hope this helps. And before we finish off, remember that final squeegee, just to make sure any graphics that might have lifted up in the cutting process is now applied again.